Hi there, welcome to your general weekly reading for the week beginning April 23rd, 2018. This week I will be using the Mystic Fairy Tarot cards by Barbara Moore. Wow, struggles. And I'll also be interpreting the information coming in from our guides and the universe on all of the beautiful lessons that we are here to expect for this upcoming week. So how was last week for you? Did you find it easy? Did you feel like there was a shift somewhere in your life? Did something big change in your life? These are all really good questions to reflect on your week. And if you did have a bit of a challenging week last week, it is all good. I believe that energy has shifted. So we are in kind of a new phase of energy, I guess you could call it. It seems like that something really intense kind of wrapped up last week, and then the new moon hit, and then something kind of shifted. And things are just kind of starting to settle down a little bit. Spring has sprung, so I'm kind of getting that it's an exciting time for us to all get going and get moving on all of those things that we've been kind of putting off during the winter time. So full steam ahead, do whatever you have to do. Just making sure, of course, that you're taking care of yourself and not running yourself too thin. What else is there to expect for this week? There'll be a bit of nervous energy out there, and they're kind of saying the best way to combat any of this intense energy or intense emotions kind of going on within your body will be really important this week to spend time outside. I think that's why I was guided to use the Mystic Fairy Tarot cards, is because it's all about garden. The story is about a garden. So spend lots of time in nature, really reconnect with Mother Earth and all of the animals that are coming back, and just connecting in with the sounds of beautiful birds chirping and the sound of children playing in the park now that the weather is nice. Whatever you need to do to really reconnect into your surroundings, and also tune into that healing energy that the earth does have in whatever way you can. So it may not be super, super warm yet, but it's definitely warming up in most parts, so you can go outside and have a walk. Even if it's in the rain, if you don't mind the rain, that would even be super healing as well, to be outside during that, because when it rains, it not only cleanses the earth, but it also grounds the energy in and kind of wipes out a lot of the negativity and stuff like that, and just, kind of gives it to Mother Earth. Another thing that you could do if you are finding you're going through some intense times and you need some healing, you can also imagine all of it, drop a cord coming from your tailbone, imaginary obviously, dropping it from the tailbone all the way to the center of the planet, and that will help as a channel for all of that negativity to kind of be dropped from your energy and dropped back down into the earth. And you can also visualize negativity or negative emotions, whatever you feel you don't want anymore, imagining it kind of melting off of you and just going into the earth to be transmuted back into love and given back to the planet. I'm just going to get right into the cards today. As per usual, we're going to pull 4 cards. What is our general theme for the week beginning April 23rd? Seems a bit of a chaotic week so far. What about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? All right. Aw. So the 9 of Cups. So that's their general theme of the week. So that could be you and a loved one reconnecting, or just really leaning on each other for some love and physical touch this week. This is also an indication to remember that you can rely on the other people that are around you. It's also a reminder to appreciate those you love. In this story, this couple has been separated for many years, and they've just recently reconnected because they had a stupid fight or something. So now they've reconnected and they're so happy and in love. So maybe it's time to bury the hatchet this week. You may be guided to reconnect with some partners, maybe past partners or even current partners. Maybe it's time for reconnection between the two of you. Maybe something you've been feeling a little bit disconnected, but now that the weather's nice, love is in the air. So really focus on love this week. That's a really important place of centering for you to go forward in your life this week. Some of this nervousness, I think, is around romantic relationships in particular. So if you are feeling a lot of fear towards anything, do what I said, go outside in nature, allow the earth to cleanse you, allow your woes to just kind of melt into the earth and just give it back to the mother. And also show love to those around you who you may not necessarily like, but send them love anyways. People who are different than you, people who you wouldn't really roll with in your circle, or somebody at work who really drives you nuts. Instead of coming this week at them from a place of confusion or distance, perhaps come from a place of love this week, or send them love. If somebody hurts you, maybe take a more loving approach this week to life. That's always a good reminder for all of us. Okay, so beginning of the week we have the Chariot. So I was talking about forward movement. So this is forward movement. If you are planning on traveling this week, this is a good reminder to, call in your guides and angels and visualize the perfect trip going super well. But this is also forward movement. So movement in the future, going towards your goal, actively moving. This could be a car. Also, you may find a new car this week. You may find that your car needs some work this week. This is something that you can control because this is a major arcana card. So just let go and let the universe guide you to where it needs to be. And also, this is a call to bring into harmony two aspects of yourself. So two polarities. So the light and the dark. Because in the beginning of the week, what's going to be very noticeable for most of us, and this is the lesson for most of us, is we have both light and dark within us. Some of us only look at one side over the other. Some of us are scared of the other piece. But those two pieces of you can go in the same direction. You just need to look at them and serve both pieces so that they're able to cooperate with you and where you want to go. So this week, it will, at the beginning of the week especially, it will be about balancing those polarities within yourself and finding a common ground for both of them so that you can move forward without this conflict of this light horse wants to go left, this black horse wants to go to the right, and it's not going to get them anywhere. She has total control. She's super confident that she knows that they're going to go where she wants to go because she has them very well trained. So look around in your life right now and ask yourself where the light is controlling you too much and where the dark is controlling you too much, and see if those two opposing forces are pulling you in opposite directions, and if there's a way to marry them together so that you can just move forward with such momentum that you are unstoppable and super confident and super content in your life. And this will continue for the rest of the week. So this is Monday, Tuesday, but this will be a giant force for us for the rest of the week. And if you are somebody who likes to panic a lot and there is a lot of nervous energy flowing around you this week, just keep reminding yourself, just keep saying, I trust. I trust in the universe. I trust in my guides. I trust in or if you don't believe in any of that, trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself that yourself will guide you to where you need to go. And just handing over all of those fears and just saying, I trust. I trust that everything will unfold. Anytime a difficult obstacle comes up and you're like, oh my God, this is messing with my plan, I trust that this is part of it. I trust that this will lead me to where I need to go. That alone will help you get over the overanalyzing, will help you be like, well, what does this mean? And trying to find meaning in absolutely everything, just saying there has to be, I know that there is a purpose in this, and I know I will get to where I need to be. So she knows that she's going to get to where she needs to be. She's not panicked at all. She's just going, and she has them both very well trained, so they are going to where she needs to be. They both have their own needs. They both have their own aspects, which she's also able to fulfill for them. And so in return, they work for her. Middle of the week, we have Ace of Pentacles. So this is about job and money. So this is the physical world, job, money, security. This is the beginning of a financial journey this week. So that may mean new job. This may mean you come into lots of money. This could just mean an awakening in the financial area of your life. This could mean some investments, whatever it is for you. You may be guided this week to look at your finances and look at them through the eyes of someone who's very excited to start this new journey. So if you are particularly stressed out, I know it's tax time here in Canada. It's wrapping up in the United States. But if you're looking at your taxes and freaking out a bit, or you're thinking that you don't have enough money, again, move that panic to more of a I trust mentality and look at your financial life, or however that is for you, whether it is your job, whether that is your business, whether that is just the money itself, or if it's just security in your home. Take a look at the way that you are looking at whatever that physical dimensional reality is, that one particular piece, and see if you're looking at it through jaded eyes, or if you're looking through it through somebody who's excited about the future and who is confident in themselves and is beginning this really exciting journey. So if you have the awareness that this is just the piece of the story, this is just the very beginning of my amazing grow to this beautiful house, or this amazing journey to all of this money that I'm going to have, you will approach things very differently than somebody who's been like, I've tried everything and nothing has worked, or I'm so broke, or I need this and I don't have this, coming from a place of lack. That will be in the air that you will like to look at things in a brand new way. So just take advantage of it. Maybe schedule in some time in the middle of the week to look at the financial or the physical part of your life and see where you are a bit jaded. These are coming through so fast, I can't even talk fast enough. Just trust that you'll be downloaded with all this information on an energetic level, even if I'm talking super, super fast. So the Wheel of Fortune for the weekend, which is another indication that everything's good. The Wheel of Fortune is good. So this is a very money project-driven kind of week, which kind of makes sense because when spring comes around, we get very motivated to get things done, whether it's cleaning our house or whatever it is, starting these projects on our house. I said, somebody must be dealing with a house thing because that keeps coming up for me. I don't want to just talk about job stuff because this is more than just that, but that's usually the example that comes up. So this time it's going to be lots of house stuff, I guess. So the Wheel of Fortune, know that everything is good. You do have the Wheel of Fortune. This did come up reverse. I don't usually read reverse cards, but this I think is interesting when we were just talking about this card here, about wanting to look at your physical world, your physical life through the eyes of someone who's just beginning a beautiful journey. That will be very important because if you believe that you do not have the Wheel of Fortune and it's upside down, it's going to be very uncomfortable for you, and it's also not going to be good. We are in a time right now for rapid growth. It's very important that you are stepping into this year looking at your life and wondering how you can change your situation. How can you learn your lessons? How can you get to where you need to be? Because if you don't learn your lessons now, you may have to deal with them for many years to come. And that doesn't mean that you can't learn them in that time, but it just means if we are able to grow this year, the following years after this will be much easier on us. So take my advice, look at your finances, look at your physical world through a lens of someone who's just beginning a beautiful journey. This is a 10. The number is a 10, which is the end of a journey. And this is also connected to, this is a major arcana, which means there's not a whole lot of control that you have here in this situation. So let go of the panic and the fear and embrace the Wheel of Fortune. Embrace the abundance that you do have already in your life and all of the beautiful things that you are able to bring into your life and that you have already done. Focus on those things. Focus on the beautiful things that you do have instead of focusing on the lack thereof and believing that this is not available to you. So this is in itself an entire journey. So from the middle of the week, we have the very beginning of this journey, and by the weekend, we have the end. How do you want to get to the end? Is it being happy and joyful and uplifted about the situation and being excited about it, or is it looking at it through a very stressful lens? And again, if you need help with that, of course I'm here, or any other healer is there for you. But At the very, very minimum, anytime those fears start to pop up this week, just say to yourself, I trust. Override those negative patterns and just say, I trust. I trust that this is part of this enormous debt that I'm trying to pay off. I trust that that is part of my journey. This house that's falling apart that I love, I trust that this is part of my journey, whatever it is. It's going to be a very fast-paced week. I can tell already. It's going to be lots of action, lots of movement. And we had the Chariot card, which I discussed in length, but that is also propelling us through this week very quickly. And since we did have the beginning and the middle, we had the beginning of a journey in the middle of the week, and we already by the weekend, a few days later, had the very end. It'll be a very fast-paced week. So I wouldn't be surprised if you had some crazy epiphanies this week, or maybe had some life-changing revelations or epiphanies. Yeah, basically all in wraps up in epiphanies. So I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead. If you would like a private reading with me, you can email me at thejourneytospirit@gmail.com and come and visit me at katiehunt.ca. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I so truly do appreciate it. Head on over to katiehunt.ca if you're not there already and subscribe to my mailing list. You can enter to win a free Reiki session. Not to mention, that's where I send all of the special offers, goodies, and little tidbits of information that I don't share anywhere else. I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead. I would be so curious to see how this week is playing out for you. Please let me know, whether it's, commenting below on this video or sending me an email. I would absolutely love to hear your experience of this week and how all of these cards related to you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic week.